So since I have a good credit card, I got a good credit card. It would be illegal. I think the illegal part would come in as if one of my cousins came to me and said, "Hey, add me to one of your credit cards. I'm gonna give you $100 to do it." So it can help them with their credit report and their credit score. I think that's where the illegal portion would come in of that. But if I had somebody, I've got my son, I've got my wife on one of my credit cards, and I've added them to it, and they are authorized users on it. They are absolutely authorized to go ahead and do that, and they didn't pay me anything for it. So there is a difference between that somebody you actually know and you're getting access to that particular account. And yes, authorized users, one of my favorite things to do to help you improve your credit score. So I would go that route first and way before I did any kind of trade lines or anything like that. So those are the differences between the two. So thank you guys for listening. I got some tips for you before we get out of here to help you improve your credit. So if you have decent credit right now, but you've been stuck at the same score for some time, I'm going to advise you to use some credit. I never want to put anybody in any kind of debt, but you haven't used any kind of debt at all in quite some time, and you're stuck at the same score. It's because there hasn't been any movement really in your credit file. So I'm gonna advise you to use it. Spend $10 on a credit card. Just $10. Spend it on your credit card, and go ahead, pay it off in the next month, and then that'll start to spark some things for you, and it may increase your credit score. Another thing you can do, of course, reduce your credit card debt. I don't know how many times we have to talk about that, but reduce your credit card debt. Absolutely get it down to under 30%. Whatever your debt utilization is, get it down to under 30%. That's going to help your credit score, of course. Now, if you don't have both kinds of debt, and that's installment versus revolving. Installment being a loan that you pay every month. It's a loan. It has a term to it. You probably pay the same amount every month. In installment or revolving, which would be like your credit cards, you need to obtain whichever one you don't have. If you don't have a credit card, you need to get yourself a credit card. If you don't have an installment loan, I'm not saying go out there and buy you a car or something like that, but you can do a $500 loan at a place that reports to the credit bureau. Not a payday loan type place or anything like that, but you can do a $500 loan at a credit union, pay it off in 3 months, make sure it doesn't have any kind of early payment, repayment penalty or anything like that. Pay it off in 3 months, and you did never had or you don't have that on your credit report. It's absolutely going to help your credit score. And the last thing I'm gonna say to you today is to take care of your collections. Make sure you take care of those collections. Start with your medical collections first. Why do I say that? Because once you pay those down to zero, whether they come off of your credit report or not, it is going to no longer be factored in your score. So it's not going to hurt you anymore that you had a collection. Not the same case if you had to collect any other kind of collection. If you pay that one off and it doesn't come off of your credit report, it does not help your score at all. So make sure you start with your medical collections first. Or if you have some small ones, you've got one that's $40 or it's less than $100 or whatever, then go ahead and do that. Pay off that particular collection. Try to see if you can get an agreement with them to have them remove it from your credit report. But it's worth paying off anyway. Go ahead now so it can fall off in the next 7 years. Don't wait another 2 years and then go ahead and pay off the little $40. Go ahead and do it now so you can get it out of the way and it can come off your credit report even sooner. So make sure you do those things. Those are the things I want to leave with you today. Again, I want to thank all of the iHeartRadio people for coming in and listening to the 800 Credit Score Man Show. Please tell all your friends, tell all your family. I don't care. Tell your frenemies about the 800 Credit Score Man Show. So before I get out of here, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do today. At the end of today's show, I'm going to play the entire beat. I'm going to let the whole beat ride out for the 800 Credit Score Man Show. And I'm doing that for Natalie Headland. Natalie likes the music from the show. I like the beat myself. I'm gonna let the whole thing go out there, and I don't want to hear anybody out there using my beat. I'm gonna have to sue you and get some of that money back when you make it big, when you're rapping over my beat. But check that out. That's what I'm gonna do today. Before I get out of here, you know how I gotta do it. Kobe, Cameron, and Carter, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm out.